Good morning. I hope everything's going great in your world today and that this is the beginning of a tremendous week for you. I want to think with you today about one of the most unusual books of the Bible. The Book of Ecclesiastes, written by Solomon, evidently in the older years of his life, has so many unusual things about it. Perhaps the most unique factor is that this saying is said over and over and over again. Meaningless, meaningless, everything is meaningless. And so Solomon, looking at life and knowing the wisdom that God has given him, strives to do a search of life and of the meaning of life. And he comes out most of the time saying it's all futile. You do all of this, you work and you save, and it's all futile. You're going to die and leave it to somebody else who hasn't worked for it. So it's an intriguing book. And yet, in the midst of all of the oddity, Solomon will say some of the most wise, moving things that are found anywhere in Scripture. He'll say, God has bound up eternity in the heart of a man. He'll say things like, there's a time for everything. A time to live and a time to die. And he just walks on through all of these things that there's a time for them. He even talks about how that because life is short, whatever our hand finds to do, we ought to do it with all of our might. Because life's going to end very soon. And he talks about investing and says, invest in 7 things and not just in one, or that one might go off and lose everything. And so they're intriguing things all through it. But if you read the first 11 chapters and stopped, you would miss the most meaningful part of it all. As Solomon closes that 11th chapter, he pleads with young people to enjoy their youth, but then remember, as he opens chapter 12, remember your Creator in the days of your youth before the evil days draw nigh when you say you have no pleasure in them. He'll walk on from that to talk about how life changes as you get old and your hearing begins to go away and things just change in your life. And ultimately, there comes the day of death, when the dust returns to the earth as it was and the spirit to God who gave it. And that brings Solomon to his conclusion. His concluding statement is where he just pulls it all together. He's talked these 12 chapters about everything being meaningless, but he draws it to the close with this. Let's listen to God. Fear God and keep His commandments, for that's the whole of man. The whole duty of man, some translations have it. But Solomon ties it together by saying all of these books that are written, they just keep adding on to them all the time. But remember this, what really matters, the whole thing comes down to this. Fear God, keep His commandments. If you don't do that, then life as a whole is futile, it's meaningless, it's worthless. We're not going to do the lasting good we long to do. I think everybody has it deep in their soul to long to be remembered and to make a difference in their world. Solomon's point is, if you don't fear God and keep his commandments, you miss out on the one vital thing of all of the universe. And so, rather than living the life of futility where everything is meaningless, live this life. Fear God, keep his commandments. It'll make you whole. It'll make you complete in your life. Thank you, Solomon.